Oh, hello. Oh, what a surprise. I was like, why the music stop playing? Okay, I do have one more cool video to show everyone before we are ready to kick it off today.
Hey, I just met someone new, but to keep in contact, what should I do? Do I ask them for their email, username, password, Instagram handle, game or code? Friend them on Facebook or ask them their number, or even follow them home? I don't know. What if the answer was simple and sweet? Ask them one question, wouldn't that be neat? I'd say, hey, what's your @ sign? What's your @ sign? What's your @ sign? They'd say, hey, here's my @ sign. Here's my @ sign. Here's my @ sign.
Okay. What is your @ sign? From what I could see, the link for the demo day is not actually the correct link. So here, let me get the correct link and then update the calendar accordingly. Oh man, we need more videos now. Okay, here we go. That's so weird. I had updated it, but I guess Google didn't like my update. Okay. Okay, that should be it. That should be very happy with us now. Colin, do you want to test that for me, please, if possible?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, welcome everybody. Sorry for a 3-minute late start. We're throwing some stuff around. Welcome to the App Platform Demo Day. This is a very exciting day for everyone as we get to, of course, demo some of the applications created on the App Platform. But before we go into that, what is the App Platform? And I will share my screen here. Share. Just got to get there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a simulator going. Sorry. Oh, no, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what is the App Platform? The App Platform allows you to own your data. So what does that mean? You obviously should be in charge of yourself and everything about you rather than you telling everyone and everything your data. So now with the App Platform, what happens is if social media apps want to know where you live or where you are or what your current status is, they have to ask you for that data, and you can allow them or not allow them that information. It's totally up to you. You have all of the power in your hands. Colin, Kevin, any remarks on this?
So I think it's really about end-to-end encryption, and so the So as you're sharing information with other people, and it could be a human, a device, or a company. The trick is to, in order to have control of your data, it's all about end-to-end encryption, so that the information is encrypted for the recipient uniquely, and the keys for that encryption are on your phone and nowhere else. So that way you can guarantee that the only person or entity in the world that can open that data is the one that you've shared it with. And so that's what the app platform is all about, is building end-to-end encrypted apps.
Colin?
I think we might have lost Colin.
Oh, no. Oh, that's totally okay. We can move on here. Oh no, which Google Chrome is it? Oh, there's Colin. Are you here, Colin?
Sorry. Yeah.
Did you want to add anything?
I went backstage.
No worries. Well, do you guys have any opening remarks for us today?
I'm just looking forward to a demo day. Yay, demo day. This is like the most exciting thing every 2 weeks, going through everything, seeing amazing progress, and on with the show.
All right. Kevin, anything?
No, I freaking love demo days, so can't wait. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. So first up, we have a presentation titled Micah, which will be given by Alistair. So I will add you up to the stream here, Alistair.
Okay.
All right. The floor is totally yours.
Okay. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna be demoing. My project is called Micah. It's a multimodal interactive clinical assistant for healthcare. So right now, basically, we have a virtual assistants in EHR. And this particular video, this is actually a video for a virtual assistant called Eva.
The doc is in.
It's just a short video, just basically explaining the concept.
Stretched thin. Where's Gary's record? The doctor exclaimed. Eva's got it and popped in the name. What are his symptoms? When was he last seen? Eva will show you in the very same screen. But what about labs, those tests, and that rash? Eva can tell you, and she will in a flash. Eva's amazing. You're really picking up steam. Now I'm more productive, and so is my team. Eva, the eClinicalWorks virtual assistant. Contact us today to learn more.
So basically, Micah is an open source version of Eva. And the idea with Micah is to use natural language to be able to extract structured information from natural language to allow you to do things like querying EHR servers and also storing data via FHIR. So with this is basically the Micah user interface. It's just a conversational user interface. And if I just enter some text, okay, so this is just some text that shows basically some. It's just like a simple like a health and physical examination report. So basically, what Micah can do is from this text, it can extract structured information from the free text that the user is entering. Now, the free text, it can actually be either structured notes like this, or it can actually be queries. So if I were to say something like, let's say I wanted to do a search on, a search for patients on a FHIR server. So with Micah, what we do is we train an NLU model using, this is Facebook's with.ai. So we train an NLU model to be able to recognize utterances as commands. So Texas. Basically, this particular utterance here, where it says find me patients with last name Washington, this gets parsed into a set of intents and entities. Okay, so if I enter this into the Micah backend, So this particular natural language utterance, it gets parsed into these particular entities. So what Michael can do is Michael can actually use this to construct a FHIR query, and then actually send this to a FHIR server. So instead of having to use a GUI, Michael, you can basically just use natural language. So basically, it just accepts. You can actually either do querying, as in pulling data out from a FHIR server, or if you're writing text, you can put data in. And we actually use a couple of NLU services. Okay. So that's basically just some of the objectives. So, and one of the things with Mica is that it actually is multimodal. You won't be able to hear the audio today, but it is actually multimodal. So it actually uses voice and images as well as just text. Okay, so I'm just talking about basically how to try to avoid, because obviously using natural language, there's always the potential for getting like a really crappy user experience. So one of the things that we're doing is we're basically trying to get the Mica dialogue. We're trying to have it basically to be as accurate as possible. So it's better if Mica just says that it doesn't actually understand what you're saying, as opposed to trying to basically to go in off the wrong information. So basically trying to get this dialogue, that's actually one of our objectives. Okay, and well, the typical use case, basically you just log in and you select a FHIR server, and basically you run your queries in it, or you can actually add notes to it. Okay, and yeah, so that's basically what Mica is right now. So right now we're just at the prototype stage. We're trying to get the backend stuff working. We're using Google's NLU service right now, and we're also using Expert AI's NLU service. So with these NLU services, this service we're actually using is from Expert AI. So this NLU service, if we enter this text, so with the first NLU service, we were getting basically just all of detailed medical information, but with this particular service, we're actually getting just basically information about the personal information about the patient. So we're using multiple NLU services to be able to extract as much information as possible. Okay. So so that's basically it. So right now we're still at the prototype stage, but we think that this has a lot of potential, just to alleviate some of the problems of using EHRs right now. The thing with user interfaces right now is that a lot of the complexity gets pushed onto the user, where you have to basically memorize different commands and menus and that sort of thing. But with natural language, you don't, all of the complexity is actually hidden, so you can just use ordinary conversations to be able to query, and that's something that we think has a lot of potential, especially in healthcare. So that's basically just a short overview of what Mica is. Okay, so thanks.
All right, thank you, Alistair. Are there any questions? And for those who don't know, Alistair and the next two demos are actually the winners from our recent FHIR attack. These guys had presented very great projects, and we're definitely happy to have them here today. We do have a question, Alistair. How do you manage data storage of the patient data?
Okay, so what we're doing is we're using Google Healthcare, their FHIR server, basically. So we actually store the data in Google Healthcare. But if the physician wants to use like their own, as long as it supports the FHIR API, then wherever you want to store data, Mica can store it. So once it supports that FHIR API.
Are there any more questions? Questions. Well, I'll ask Alistair. How did you come up with this idea? What made you make Micah?
Well, I've always been interested in conversational user interfaces. I think that I think conversations just generally is going to be the future of user interfaces. I think right now for a lot of tasks, user interfaces are becoming way too complex. And so I think that the technology right now, it is actually mature enough to start taking on like some more advanced tasks. I mean, we're all accustomed to conversational user interfaces, on our phones and just basically doing like simple tasks. But I think that the technology is mature enough in a way it can actually start tackling, some more complex tasks. And I think that one of the areas that can really benefit from this is that EHR space. And right now, Micah, it's focused on text right now, but they're actually coming online cloud-based medical transcription services. So Amazon actually has their transcription service for medical text. So right now we're looking at not just simply text for Micah, but also voice as well. And because I mean, really, especially for doctors, I think that voice is something that's going to be a lot more attractive to them compared to text. So that's basically where my interest has come. Basically, just having this new multimodal interfaces that can simplify, these very complex user interfaces that we have right now.
Okay, and we have another two questions. Where does the name Micah come from?
Oh, Micah is actually it's an acronym. It's Multimodal Intelligent Clinical Assistant for Healthcare. So like a lot of open source developers, I like acronyms, I like cool names. So that's basically where the name comes from.
And is the @ used for handshake between patient and the healthcare provider, or does it go beyond that?
So right now the targeted users for Micah would be more physicians. But I was just talking with some of the ad company people, and one way that the natural language technology could actually be used is for patients. So Megan has a really cool project where patients can basically enter their symptoms, and that can actually get stored and forwarded to their physician. So I think that eventually that's going to be like a use case where basically the patient, before you go to the doctor, the patient would enter their text, and Micah could pass that into the same structured information that the clinicians would use, and that data actually gets stored in their @sign container, and they can then give the physicians permissions to be able to view that. So that's definitely something that's planned.
Awesome. Are there any more questions for Alistair? Okay. Oh, that was a great presentation. Thank you so much, Alistair, and congratulations for being one of the winners for FHIR at HAT.
Okay, thanks, Tyler.
Okay, we will be right back. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Our next up presentation is from Ujani, and it is called Secure. So the floor is all yours.
Hi, I'm Janie, and I'm excited to participate in Demo Day today and present to you my app, which is called FHIR. So just looking at the problem statement, one of the most common but also possibly fatal complications in today's health industry is miscommunication of patient records. In an effort to further secure patient data and their history, a lot of the local clinic EHRs are not up to date with patient history and data from various clinic visits, especially if they've seen multiple different doctors. This creates a lack of consistency in records that can actually hurt the doctor's ability to provide accurate prescriptions. It can therefore harm the patient and prevent them from fully being able to prevent them from being able to have an accurate experience when they're visiting their clinician, and this can be dangerous. So that's why I created FHIR with my partner at the hackathon. And this is a way to digitize patient data similar to an EHR. However, this creates a system in which the patient can own all of their own records and have access to the records updated with each new doctor visit. This way, they can easily authorize access to their records to any clinicians that they see or new hospitals that they visit, and stay up to date with their information and access it when they need to. This is easily updated and compatible with local EHRs with the FHIR specification, which just allows for more consistency. In many ways, FHIR is like a messaging app, an end-to-end encrypted messaging app to protect the patient's data. The patient is the person who owns all of their medical data, and they are able to send it to a clinician and multiple clinicians through end-to-end encryption, and this data is FHIR encoded and sent through the app platform app protocol. After the clinician has received the data, it's easily compatible with the current clinician's platform because of the FHIR specification. And here's a quick demo of the UI and some images that we have right now of the FHIR application. So right now, although this is just an MVP, if you open FHIR, you'll be prompted to view a login page almost, where you can provide your @sign, let's say @Sarah, and you can specify if you're a clinician account or if you're a patient account, and whatever you put for this does determine your experience. So if I say that I'm a patient, I'm able to view my profile page or a dashboard page. And although I'm currently in the process of further developing this app, right now we have just a UI for transferring patient records. I can send them to a clinician with their @sign. And eventually when I have data, I can view my own records that are specified with the FHIR specification. And then once the clinician side is developed, I can view my clinicians sort of similar to an email inbox. Like we said before, it's kind of like a messaging app. I can see who I have sent my data to and any updates to my records from each doctor visit that my clinicians have sent to me. So if I look at the clinician side, it's really similar, but a few differences is the dashboard is just like that inbox page where you can view multiple patients and records that they have sent to you. And you can view the profile of each patient as well as add updates to each patient record based on your experience with them. Not only does this improve the security of the patient records by allowing them to have access to it, it also allows them to keep the records up to date and improve their experience with their clinician and allow them to spend more time with their doctor because of the easy to use interface that FHIR provides. And yeah, I believe that is all I had to show for you today. And are there any questions?
All right, thank you so much for that demo. Are there any questions? I see a couple comments saying that this is a great patient solution and should have been something that existed 20 years ago.
Thank you.
And you have working code. That's awesome to see. Do you have any
Yeah,
ideas to
finally.
when that code will be released?
So although I am an incoming student in college, so I hope that doesn't limit my progress with this, but hopefully in the next few weeks we see more development with the UI, like a fully developed UI, after which we can implement the encryption and have just a working minimum viable product in the next few weeks.
Awesome. And how did you come up with this idea?
So when participating in the FHIR at Hackathon, we heard there was during the opening ceremony, there was just kind of an interview with an actual patient who has experienced a lot of the lack of consistency of patient records. And something that my partner and I thought about was, what if we made this similar to a messaging app? There are messaging apps that are end-to-end encrypted. Why can't we do that with patient records to just ease the process of sending data back and forth and keeping data up to date? So that's kind of how we came up with that.
Awesome, that's amazing. You say we. Do you have teammates?
Oh yeah, so I did have a partner during the hackathon. His name was Sarvesh. Unfortunately, he's not pursuing the application, but he did play a big part in developing the initial idea and things like that.
Well, all the best to you, and thank you so much, and congratulations again on being one of the winners.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back, everyone. All right, and welcome back, everybody. Up next, we have a presentation called Saint, given to us by Breege. It is all yours, Breege.
Hi, everyone. Am I audible, Tyler?
Yep, you're good to go.
Perfect. So everyone, so just before explaining anything about my product, I would just like to show a normal clip that I recorded. It was a few months back when I was in a hospital, and that's where this idea clicked me. So here you go. So this was the rush that I had to face just for a 20 minutes appointment that I had with my doctor. It was my shoulder was stretched and I had to, just attend my physiotherapy session. And just for waiting, I had to wait a couple of hours. And if anyone here has experienced a shoulder or elbow stretch, they know that this is a normal 6-week therapy that we have to take. And every time I had to spend my 2 hours just to attend that my 20-minute session with the doctor. So that's when the idea clicked in my mind that why wait for so long? If there is something that I could use so that I can just record my video, but it's not just my video recording. If there is a medium or a platform that can calculate all my coordinates which are changing according to my position, and can send those coordinates only and only if my let's say range of motion, if I'm not improving, to a doctor, and that's when my treatment begins. So this was a very overall idea that we had before we started making this project for the hackathon. But yeah, so the current features in Saint that we made was elbow therapy, shoulder therapy, knees therapy, and back pain therapy. So this were the four features that we thought that are most frequent while visiting any physiotherapy session. So we have that features incorporated in this. Also, if we'll just go through a quick demo after this slide as well, but it's like there's nothing video is being recorded. There is no video processing that's being done. It's all based on core math. That means all the coordinates that we're recognizing, it will be detected in a Cartesian plane, and all will be done on math. So it's on front end. That's why there is no data passing or processing that's been going on. So that's why it's very speed and fluent. So here's a quick demo if you want to just go through the overall picture of the idea that we have. So the yellow portion here indicates that the range of focus that we have. So let's say in this scenario, I have my shoulder stretched out. So this is my first day of improving myself. So here you go. On the first day, we have not set any threshold. So means it all depends on you. That means how well you can push yourself up, and that's where the coordinates will be trashed out. That's the slope for that day. Okay, so if we saw that the limit of the threshold increased a bit, so that's why there is a slope that's dependent, and we expect that every day the slope should have an increasing slope. That means if we increase the distance, that means your hand should go at that proper slope. And that's when if every day the slopes are matching, then there is no communication between you and doctor. But consecutive day, when you miss that slope, that's when the communication is required from your end. So perfect. So that's like the highest slope that's recommended. So that's when this is the final day of our treatment, and that's when we can say that the patient is successfully recovered. So this was a quick demo that we had to just get started with one of the coordinates. During that time, we only had done with the shoulder thing, but now we have incorporated elbow, back, and knees as well. So this thing is ready to be published soon. What's more is that the patients will have access to all the improvements that were being made. Because this was my experience as well, that when I was having some, like when there was an improvement, it was a doctor who was mentioning that, okay, yesterday your arm was this, but now it's this. So this is the sign of reward, right? Like we are improving. But if we can see at our convenience that, okay, are we improving? How good are we improving? What's the speed at which we're improving? So this can be a good thing to look by. That's why the app has a dashboard for you. Also, the doctor can also have a dashboard for themselves, that which patient is how well he or she is doing. So that can have for the doctor's dashboard as well. One important thing that we took care in this hackathon was that while storing the data, because if I'm changing, if I'm relocating my location, and if I'm moving to somewhere else, there has to be certain formatted data that needs to be stored. So that's why we thought that what's more efficient than storing it in a QR code? Just scan it, and all the data will be in your device. We can use we can use at platform as well. So what we have done here is that it's a FHIR formatted data. But when we converted the current database, what we had of the 4 days data into FHIR formatted, this was the QR code that was generated. Now this QR code is at this stage we came out there's a limit to which what we can store the QR code. So that's when we thought that why not use a concept of RGB QR formatted RGB color formatted QR code, because it has like 250 times storage capacity of the normal QR code. So this was the upgrade that we thought of, and we have implemented in our Saint app as well. So yeah, that's it. That's all the changes and all the features that we have made so far. And any questions or suggestions are welcome.
All right, thank you so much, Breege, for your presentation. Are there any questions? Well, I can say that, Breege, another winner of the FHIR at Hack, how did you come up with this idea?
Okay, so the idea was like it was from my personal experience that I was literally frustrated waiting so long in queues. All just the doc had to do was just note my coordinates and see my improvements. So I don't want anyone else to suffer like me.
And what are your future plans for Saint?
So my future plan is like currently what you're working on, me and my team, is that both the co-founders, in fact, of ad platform suggested that how are you solving the security issues, and that's where it was like, okay, the medical field is such a sensitive field that we cannot have a centralized database, and that's where we are looking forward to learn from the mentors the way that they are using this doing it. Like ad platform is a really a cool way of storing the data where there is no central database, it's all based on the client's device. So that's what we are thinking as well, that if we can have a decentralized database, it could be a very useful thing to go forward with.
All right, awesome. Are there any questions? Any questions at all? Nope. I think your presentation was smooth and clear. Thank you so much, Breege, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Up next, we have Sacred Fort, presented to you by Intisur. You ready to go, Intisur? You're muted. Here, I got you. I can unmute you. Oh, I can unmute you.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yep.
Hello, everyone. I'm Intisur, and good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I'm one of the student ambassador in AdSense company. So Sacred Fruit is mainly a password manager. So you can ask why a password manager, as they are not secure enough to fill and give you the secure fill. I think we all in life came up with a moment where we had hard timing remember password. To ease this method, what we do is ended up providing similar password all across the online platform. As a result, what happened is we basically ease the hardship of hacker to hack all those passwords. So what is information autofill? We need to know autofill, which is a training feature in password manager out there nowadays. So why this is considered as a dangerous feature recently? as some of the recent incident told us, dummy models directly provided. When you use autofill, that's easy job for a hacker to gain access to your sensitive information. So as you can see, some recent incident that happens because of the autofill that password managers are providing nowadays. So what is the benefits of using protocol in my code? Well, first of all, you cannot access the info unless you provide your AdSend key. So our autofill will be a bit different, but it will be secure. Okay, let's jump into some working code demo that uses platform. I unfortunately crashed my emulator a few moments ago, so a video will be there. Yeah, let's log into the app first. So it is a favorite AdSend of mine, outer space native, and we are logging. Let's select the key. And bam, there we go. So I have some password, saved previously. So these are the password that are saved previously, and let's see something else. Let's view the passwords. This is using the add protocol. So let's add a new password. Some additional functionality will be added. I mean, you do not need to type your password like this. There will be a feature that will generate secure password for you. So yeah, enhancement will be coming. Yeah, let's add domain. And there we go. So right now let's check the field. Yeah, our password field is working. So let's edit the password and save. Let's check if it is saved or not. Yeah, the password is saved. We just updated our password. So let's delete it. Yep, delete it. So let's go to the payment section. So here you add your banking information or maybe card information. Right now, the card information is only available right now. So in future, there will be a PayPal and some online platform that gives you, to transfer money. And yeah, let's add a card. Account holder, I will give my name. Oops, yep. Let's add random and security code. This is all like you have to write down now, but some enhancement will come. So you can choose like the expiration date from a pop-up. So yeah, our card is added. Let's edit the card. Let's change it the year. Let's see if the update has taken place. Yes, it is. And let's delete the card. Okay. Let's go to the next step. Let's share this password with multiple people. I mean, unlimited people, as you can say. You can share by his share option. Okay. Oh, I am not paused yet. There we go. So let's add some sign, yeah, flamenco emotional. We have there. Then what can we add? Let's add, yeah, rough tango Charlie, another favorite one. Also Kevin and Colin, obviously. I will not, yeah, Tyler, you're also added, white green. Oh, that's too much. Let's, delete rough tango Charlie. Yep. So deleting rough tango Charlie. So what you can do else is you can sharing this password to another @. So you can also give a time limit. General use case can be like, for me personally, so I own a Netflix account premium, so we share passwords among friends. So yeah, like I can give 1 month limit or 2 month limit. Yeah, like this. So you can just click on the clock button there and set a limit how much time this password will be available for that particular @. This is in development right now. I mean, it has some bugs. So yeah, this feature is not currently, a little bit not working. So yeah, in future it will be sure. Let's remove those. Let's go it back and log out. Yep, there we go. Yeah, some these are the features list that I want to do in the upcoming months. So secure storage will be provided. I mean, unlimited password. You can store payment info. Also, you can store personal info. So password one-to-one sharing is also it is also working, and the security stage is working right now. And password form and payment autofill, which will give you better experience when you store. It will be a not worthy application if you cannot have an autofill feature. So yeah, sharing time limit, as I have shown you. So it will be available for 4 platforms: Mac OS, iOS, Windows, and Android. Yeah, there will be a feature called password health, which will determine how strong is your password and how repetitive is your password. And password suggestion for weak password. I mean, the password that you are having right now will have a suggestion that it is a weak password, and generate a new password for a better strong password. So offline machine learning card scanner. So when right now we have to like handwriting everything in the card section, but feature will be available offline, so that can scan this information, card information, and took place in the text fields. Some rhythm password generator will be provided, so you can remember your password by rhythm, which we usually do. So yeah, that's the feature list, and that will be all from me.
Wow, great presentation and project. I can see already, I don't know about everyone else, but I use Apple Pay a lot. So when I'm in a store or something, I can like double click my iPhone power button. It brings up my connected card. If I could do this, but on the app platform, I think that'd be great rather than giving Apple my credit card information.
Yep.
We do have a question in the chat for you, Desserts. Where are you saving your passwords, and are they cross-platform accessible?
Which platform accessible, you say? Chrome?
Is it cross-platform?
Oh, cross-platform. Yes. They can synchronize with each platform. There is no limitation right now for like in other password managers. There are limitations, like you can synchronize between 2 devices or 1 devices. So yeah, I'm intended to like you can synchronize all over the devices that you have, even it is Mac OS, Windows, or maybe Android, iOS, whatever.
This is actually a really great idea. How did you come up with this? Out of the blue, it seems like too.
I was, a few months ago, I was working with you guys, and I have come up with the idea, but the obstacles that we're facing, that every password managers have the web version. So currently we are not supporting web versions. So that was the bummer for me, that, maybe I should not do it. Then I think that web have several kinds of security issues. So let's just go with this. I think in future we will support web versions, obviously. So yeah, that was the idea came from.
That's awesome. Do you have any ideas to when you'll have an MVP to release?
the main features is working. The sharing functionality is working, right? Crowd operation is working. So I think some native code development will be included. So yeah, MVP can be released like next month, early next month.
Awesome. And I saw that you actually used a lot of the time to mechanisms, like time to live, when you shared your password. Do you have any other ideas for future features? I think you kind of went over it briefly. Any ideas for what you'll be doing next?
Yes, I mean, with ad platform, there is lots of features we can add, like time to live. I mean, how much, I mean, how much time it will be available for the another ad sign. So yeah, other than that, there's lots of feature that is provided by ad platform. So it is really, I mean, I developed this app like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, ad platform is a blessing for me to this just short time.
All right. Thank you so much, Intisar. Are there any more questions for him before he goes? No? Okay. Well, thank you so much, Intisar. I can't wait to have this app to use instead of Apple Pay. See you
you.
later. We'll
See
be
you.
right back.
Yep.
Okay, and we're back. And now it is time for my presentation. It's not an app I've made. It's a great app that's been worked on for quite some time now. And we can see it here. It's called @Wavy. You can all check it out on wavy.ng. I have a really nice list here of some Wavy pages to show off to you guys today. Actually, let me go full screen with this. Bang. Okay, so when you go to wavy.ng, it will actually direct you instantly to @Wavy. And you can kind of see what Wavy is. We can see that it's a public space for your business, your projects, or yourself. Now, what this is pretty much you can think of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of those social media platforms, and put them all together where you actually own your own data. And I think that's amazing. You'll be seeing my Wavy page soon as well. But let's scroll through this a little bit. If you wish to download @Wavy onto your phone, scan the QR code there, or you can click these links if you go to wavy.ng yourself. This page also goes over, steps on how to actually get started. Download the app, of course, and then put in information. The best part about Wavy, I think, is you get to put in the information that you want to put in. So if you don't want to put your name or anything, then you don't have to. It's totally up to you, rather than Instagram telling you that you need a username and you need a profile picture and things like that, things that you don't want to add. So let's keep scrolling here. And another really cool feature, you'll see this a lot, as you just saw, there's a Google Slides. You can actually add your own HTML to your page to really spice it up. This Wavy page has a YouTube video embedded into it. We'll see a few more of that. We also have an Internet Optimist page, which kind of goes over the history of the app company, the founders, the chairman, and we also specify what a Wavy page would look like for a gamer. So we can run through that one. I think that one's a really nice page. So this is @corresponding dinosaur. This is all made under your @sign, by the way. So as you might have seen in some of the demos previously, they had to first authenticate with an @sign. Same thing with Wavy. You'll throw in your @sign. So this person had to use @corresponding dinosaur. And then as you saw in Intisar's demo where he had to upload his backup key, You would upload your backup key into this, or Wavy will produce your backup key for you if you haven't gotten that yet. And then you can get right into it. So here they have their preferred pronouns, a little description about them, and there's their YouTube video, which I can play if I'd like. It's a 12-minute video, so I don't I don't know about that. So they've listed their favorite games by the look of it, and I think they like the color green here, as you can see, with their setup. And here they have their merch store, things like that, and they're having a giveaway. And I think, there we go. Here's some more HTML here for you, where you have the scrolling text going along. We have some hashtags for them, and stats worth sharing. It looks like they have some of their gaming stats there. Let's move on to another Wavy page. We have at the Northern Soul Combined, which is actually Intiser's Wavy page. Intiser just gave his demo. You can see that it doesn't just have to be English, which is amazing. There's no limitation. The only limitation is your imagination. We gotta write that down somewhere. And what's really cool about Intiser's page is that he's actually put Dartpad, the entire compiler, into his Wavy page. He's written some code here for us, and I wonder what happens if we run it. Very interested to see what happens. Oh, there it is. We got 43. Whatever happened, we got 43. He's put in his favorite place, which is here in Malaysia. Right on the coast. Oops, that's not how you zoom out. Not very good at the Mac yet, as you might be able to see. He's put another one. This one looks to be in the desert, maybe? Yep. Look at that, right in Africa, the Sahara, I believe. He's got a few locations going, and he's got a GIF, or a GIF, however you'd like to call it. Let's move on to another one. Oh, this one's mine. Let's go. Here's mine. Another GIF, however you want to say it. I have our Discord here. So if you'd like to join our Discord, feel free to do so. I put in my YouTube video, and I have a game. I wonder if I could play it on my Mac here. Yeah, I can. Just a game I've embedded into my Wavy page. So like I said, the limits are totally your imagination. I think, oh yeah, and I've also included another website inside of my Wavy page. So you can embed pretty much anything. And we have one more Wavy page to go. This is so exciting. I love going through Wavy pages. So this is an example of a doctor. As you might have seen, the theme for this demo day was kind of health, patients, and clinicians, and etc. Our FHIR at Hack was focused on health, of course, and clinicians. We were partnered with a company called Firefly, or May-June, sorry, who's produced Firefly, I believe. And here we can see what a doctor's Wavy page would look like. And we can actually book an appointment with them, which I don't think works. That's okay. That's how you know it's a demo. It's real. We can see their consultation fees, their education. We can see where they're located. Oh, that's the hospital. I think they're located here. Yep. Their clinic location. And we can see them doing surgery and them doing surgery. There's a few more YouTube videos. This is awesome. Oh, wow. Look at this wall of fame. We can kind of hover over these pictures. This is really cool. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. All right. And that's it. That's Wavy. Feel free to download Wavy, your own Wavy page, create your own Wavy page, and then have it demoed in our next demo day. That was great. I love going through Wavy pages. Are there any questions? I haven't been able to see all this time. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. It's pronounced, that's a trap. It's pronounced give, not, I don't know. I say jib. I have no idea. All right. Would our co-founders like to join me up here? I think we'll do the we'll be right back, and I'll take a water break. All right, welcome back, everyone. I have here two of our co-founders, Kevin and Colin. You might have seen them in the beginning. And we are now here to, unfortunately, close out this demo day with some closing remarks. I know, sad. I hate closing out demo day. It's so much fun. Colin, anything to say?
I just love demo day, as I said at the beginning. It's great to see the FHIR attack teams presenting again and see how much further forward they've got. Love what Intis's doing. And I'd love to better migrate my LastPass collection over to something else. That would be great. So Intis, no pressure, but yeah, let's get that one rolling as soon as we can. That would be awesome. And yeah, I'm a big Wavy page fan. So thanks for that, for running us through that, Tyler. Appreciate that.
Oh, I didn't demo your one. Your one's cool. Your one has live updates, right?
I'm not pretty sure about that, but it has updates.
Kevin, anything to add? Oh, Kevin might be AFK here. Oh, I'm sure I could guess what Kevin would say here. He said he always loves demo days. He loves seeing the demos and seeing the progress. And we can't wait for the next one. That sounds like what he would say, right?
Now, what you got planned in 2 weeks' time, Tyler?
Another demo day, of course. Woo! I can't wait for that one. Every demo day is like exciting and a whole new experience. So I will see everyone then and there. For now, like, comment, and subscribe. You'll be seeing a lot more videos on our YouTube channel coming up as a little teaser.
the Discord channel and
our Discord.
Yeah, that's great. Love the Discord channel.
We have our Discord. Oh, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Where's no? Wait, no.
That way.
My arm can't go that way. It's in the bottom right corner. All right, everyone. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
See ya.